Hello students, welcome you all. In this class, we will be learning about splitting of d orbitals in tetrahedral complexes. We all know that in a tetrahedral complex, the central metal atom will be surrounded by 4 ligands. That means the coordination number is 4. Okay, hope you remember that point. Fine students. So look here. In tetrahedral complexes, the 4 ligands will approach the central metal ion between the axes. Okay. What's happening? The 4 ligands are approaching the central metal between the axes. And we also know that T2G orbitals are oriented between the axes and EG orbitals are oriented along the axis. That also we have learned in the previous class. Okay. So in a tetrahedral complex, as the 4 ligands are approaching the central metal between the axis, now T2G orbitals which are oriented between the axis will be repelled when compared to the EG orbitals which are oriented along the axis. Okay. So to what they are repelled? They are repelled by the electric field which is caused by ligands. Okay students, try to understand my point. T2G orbitals which are oriented between the axis are repelled more by the electric field caused by the ligands. Why? T2G orbitals are oriented between the axis. Ligands are approaching the central metal between the axis. Okay. So these orbitals will be repelled more by the field caused by the ligands when compared to the EG orbitals. Why these are not repelled more? As they are oriented along the axis. Okay. So because of this, what is happening? The energy of T2G orbitals will be much higher than the EG orbitals. Okay students, as T2G orbitals are being repelled more, their energy will be higher than that of EG orbitals. Okay, so in this diagram you can observe that ligands are approaching, the 4 ligands are approaching the central metal atom from between the axes. Clear this portion students? Okay, next. So now you can observe this figure students. This is the d orbitals of central metal. I have written here isolated. That means when it is alone, we call it as ground state. Okay, so this is like this. Now next state is in presence of ligand. That means when central metal is surrounded by ligands. Okay, so in a little higher energy level, we can observe the d orbitals of central metal in presence of ligand. So what happens here? In this state, it splits into T2G and EG orbitals. So now here there are T2G, here there are EG orbitals. Why? Because EG orbitals have lesser energy than T2G orbitals. Previously in octahedral complexes we have seen here EG orbitals, here T2G orbitals. Okay, do you remember that? But in this case, as T2G orbitals possess much higher energy than EG orbitals, okay, so the orbitals will be split like this. Okay students, the energy difference between T2G and EG orbitals is denoted by delta T. What is T? T represents tetrahedral. Previously in octahedral complexes we used delta O. Okay, O means octahedral. Here we are using T. Okay, clear students? Now, so now each electron entering into EG orbital can stabilize the complex by 0.6 delta T units. Okay, so whichever electron is entering into the EG orbitals, it will stabilize the particular complex by how many delta T units? By 0.6 delta T units. And each electron entering into T2G orbital, what happens? It can destabilize the complex by 0.4 delta T units. Once again students, each electron entering into EG orbital, that means the electron coming here will stabilize the complex by 0.6 delta T units, and each electron entering into T2g orbital will destabilize the complex by 0.4 delta T units. Hope I am clear, students. Okay. Now, so in the case of tetrahedral complexes, how to calculate the crystal field stabilization energy, that is the net gain in energy in a tetrahedral complex. Here also I will be giving you a formula with which we can calculate easily the CFSE, that is crystal field stabilization energy of the tetrahedral complexes. Okay. So this is the formula here, students. CFSE is equal to number of electrons in Eg orbitals multiplied by minus 0.6 delta T plus number of electrons in T2g orbitals multiplied by 0.4 delta T. Here we are using minus. Why? Because Eg orbitals are now with less amount of energy when compared to T2g orbitals. Okay, understood? So number of electrons present in Eg orbitals multiplied by minus 0.6 delta T plus number of electrons in T2g orbitals multiplied by 0.4 delta T units. Okay, so if you know this formula, it will be very easy to calculate CFSE of various tetrahedral complexes. Okay, students. So put it in a box and learn this formula carefully. Fine. So one more important point to be noted here. What is that? So look here. In weak ligand field, what is the meaning? Weak ligand field means in the presence of weak ligands, electrons are distributed in Eg and T2g orbitals. So how they are distributed in Eg and T2g orbitals, students? According to Hund's rule. Okay. So all the Eg and T2g orbitals will be filled first. Then the next electron will pair up with the first electron in Eg orbital when in the presence of a weak ligand. Okay, understood? So mark this word. See, I have marked here also for your information. In weak ligand field, electrons are distributed in Eg and T2g orbitals according to Hund's rule. Okay. Now, coming to strong ligand field, that means in presence of strong ligands, electrons are distributed in Eg and T2g orbitals against Hund's rule. Okay, so they will be pairing up against Hund's rule when in the presence of strong ligands. Okay, students, understood? So this is all about splitting of d orbitals in tetrahedral complexes. Okay, so we have learned that the four ligands will be approaching from between the axis. T2g orbitals which are oriented between the axis will be repelled more than the Eg orbitals, okay, by the electric field caused by ligands. Because of this, the energy of T2g orbitals is much more than Eg orbitals. Okay, so next we have learned splitting of d orbitals into T2g and Eg. And next, each electron entering into Eg orbital will be stabilizing the complex by 0.6 delta T units, and each electron entering into T2g orbital will destabilize the complex by 0.4 delta T units. So this is the formula which we use to calculate CFSE, number of electrons in Eg multiplied by minus 0.6 plus number of electrons in T2g multiplied by 0.4 delta T. In the presence of weak ligands, electrons are distributed according to Hund's rule, and in presence of strong ligands, electrons are distributed against Hund's rule. Okay, so this is all about splitting of d orbitals in tetrahedral complexes. Okay, students, so hope I have made all these points easy and clear to you. Write down all these points in your notebook and learn carefully, and also try to practice carefully. If you are viewing the channel for the first time, okay, please like, share, and also don't forget to subscribe so that when I upload any new video, you will be notified. And also please help all your friends so that they also will be benefited by these videos. Okay, thank you.